What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Dragon Ball FighterZ character specific changes I would like to see within the Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 3 patch next year. So today I am doing Majin Buu on the account of Great Apes, who asked me to see if I could give the character some buffs, and let's just start a discussion about the character right now. So Majin Buu is a character that I have never touched ever. I've been in the training mode a little bit just to see what he can actually do, and immediately I noticed this on shorter characters. He has to be really close to hit his light on a short character, so whiffing is just kind of tough sometimes, right? I guess that's just something you have to deal with. He has a very slow standing medium, which is safe to do, but this is super easy to get hit out of, and is also easy to just jump out of, anything of that nature. This move could possibly use a speed buff. It's an overhead, so I know that it's I know that it has some utility, I guess. If you have your opponent really scared to hit a button and they're busy blocking and you decide you finally want to throw that out into a block string, be my guest and do it. But as it stands right now, this move is just really slow. Other than that, of course, he has pretty decent buttons here. I think most characters have decent buttons. These aren't too slow. He has a low to L, again, every character's dream. He has decent moves, honestly. I think the character seems okay. Since I don't main him, I'm not too sure, but for things that I would definitely give a buff to, would start with this little gum thing here, right? Like, this move is like really good, and I know in season 1 I think it allowed for like a restand, but in season 2 you can basically combo off of it. And I honestly would straight up buff this and make it a command grab. So if your opponent tries to hit a button or something across the map, throw this bad boy out and they're grabbed, and maybe you can combo off of it a different way. Because I mean, I always like to talk about how they've added characters in like Gogeta, like GT Goku, and they've given these characters things that they would have given like a season 1 character, right? So GT Goku has the ability to double super with no effects on the damage scaling whatsoever. He can literally level 3 into a level 1 into a level 3 itself, if he has enough bar. And that's something that's just wild to me. And then they gave Gogeta a full screen command grab, so why not? I mean, Majin Buu, he could use it. It's something else. The move is kind of slow, so doing it up close might be dangerous, but go ahead, just throw this bad boy out from afar and see if you can nab your opponents. I feel like jumping in the air could be safe with it. So that's one way that you could escape it, but other than that, I feel like the character is in decent hands. If you are a Majin Buu main, you would definitely have to comment on this video and let me know what you think would benefit the character in any way, because I know these moves right here, they hit on both sides, so he has decent mix-up potential. He has one of the greatest heavies in the game as a single button. How far it goes is actually amazing. I don't really have much bad to say about the character, but yeah, I would definitely give this a buff. I don't know the utility of this move here. Definitely seems like it could be a DP instead of just, not taking out air attacks, because I know this is mainly the utility of it. Knock your opponent out the sky, but just making it a full-on DP might not be too bad. Just give the character, something else that he could escape block pressure with, because he is a big character, so he obviously has to worry about fuzzies, and no character wants to have to worry about fuzzies. Maybe in season 3 they might tone down the fuzzy, because I mean, fuzzy has always been in the game. It's just that people didn't know how to do them yet, and so now that they do, it seems like it might be an issue. So maybe the devs will actually destroy fuzzying somehow, in some way, nerf it some way, because it definitely is part of the meta now, and people are actually not playing big characters for that reason. So Majin Buu does have that going for him, sadly. But other than that, I definitely think the character is kind of okay, right? He has decent moves, like I was saying. You might want to make, I don't know. I wish I knew, because he seems okay, right? Like I said, maybe give this a DP factor. Obviously, DPs have very bad frame advantage if you whiff them. So this already has that going for it. It has very bad frame advantage if you whiff it. So might as well, right? It would be a jump back DP, so you might be able to even escape pressure, but your opponent might be able to super dash at you and bag you. But other than that, I think these moves are okay. Giving him that option for a DP would definitely, like I said, help his defense a little bit. Giving this a full throw command grab, or I don't know if people used to rather the restand, because I feel like a lot of people thought that that was a nerf to the character, and it might have been, but just imagine now if it became a full command grab, because I mean it's a plus move as it stands right now, but I don't think it's just good enough right now. So but the character definitely has like things like this. He can cross you up in the corner if he does his medium, and like I'm just at a loss for words. I'm sorry that this is going to seem like a very bad video on a character, because I just feel like the character is honestly okay. He might be just A tier, and I think he could use, okay, no, here we go. I know he definitely could use, just like I was talking about Frieza in my last video, he could definitely use a standard knockdown if I can do a combo with him, right? So, I mean, granted, off of a heavy, that's all you're going to get. Of course, most of the time people use this move and, you know, throw out his butt slam. That could maybe use, the medium version could maybe use a sliding knockdown. Being able to do it in the corner, giving it a sliding knockdown would definitely buff the character a lot, because as it stands right now, the only way to get a heavy off with the character is by doing a down heavy as your starter, and even unless you're in the corner, he's going to knock the character so far away that you still don't really have pressure. So I think that's definitely a buff they could give him by you know, knocking them closer to the ground after a heavy knockdown, because as it stands right now, this doesn't cut it. You don't get that, you don't get a sliding for the character, so he definitely could use that in some way, shape, or form. He is one of those characters that I state that he hasn't changed much since his season 1 counterpart. Basically, there are a few characters like that. Frieza is most likely the one that is very much still the same. Him and Goku Black are like the identical characters to their season 1. Like, Goku Black has not changed one bit. They gave the character faster ki blast, and that's pretty much it. So I just feel the same way kind of for Majin Buu. They just gotta get more creative in giving these characters different moves, and you know, instead of like feeling like they buffed them, they gotta give these characters some better buffs instead of it seeming like they nerfed them, because I feel like that's what a lot of people feel like happened to their characters within season 2. And as it stands right now, these characters definitely need more than what they have. And what I want in these videos isn't for me to really just tell you guys what can be buffed and what can be nerfed. It's mainly to start a discussion on what can be buffed and what can be nerfed. And so all those Majin Buu mains out there, let me know down in the comment section below what you would what you would buff within the character, because he's your main, so you know exactly what helps the character out. And if you hate the character as well, give me nerfs down below, because These are things that definitely allow us as a community to get a discussion going on this game, and that's all I really want for these videos. I don't really care to like tell you guys what can be buffed and what can be nerfed, because a lot of times I don't know. But what I do know is there are definitely people who play these characters and feel that they need the buffs that they deserve. So if you guys are any Majin Buu mains out there, let me know down in the comment section below. Remember that God and enemy are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. Like, comment, and subscribe. My name's OneEyedBandit. That's all I got for y'all. Peace out.